So you're welcome once again, my people. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Join us here. And yeah, you can also subscribe to Blessedom page. On Blessedom page, you can support me by subscribing. Otherwise, you can send me stars or thanks on YouTube. So you're welcome, my people. In this video, I want to just consolidate on what I was saying in the afternoon rant, that everything we are saying has come to bear. We continue to be vindicated. Like I was saying, all of you that support me, we continue to be vindicated. My brother, like Henry Chimezie, Ezoku Sosemeka, all of you, Ikechi, right from time, Lina, you guys, you see, we have been vindicated. We told them, Dorothy, you see, we told them, good evening, Oliver. We told them there was nothing. They were building skyscrapers in the air with nothing, no foundation. They don't even have a map. It was all a ruse. And there are people who kept quiet because they want to ride on it for their political benefit. There was nothing going on. And for that, the whole Southeast is now under duress. Do you know, on Sunday yesterday, when they were having a service in a church in Anwidemili in Igbo land, in Imo State, do you know what was going on there? I will share that video with you in a little bit. Not here, but because it's not nice. I will share the video. I'll share the video with you guys on in the watch chat. I don't even know. Maybe I should show you the video here. People that went to church, they ended up lying down underneath here, and they are doing quack. So even if I show the video here, I will not let it to talk. It's what we have been telling you. So they are just saying Fulani. It was a ruse all along. There was no Fulani. Soludo has come out to say everything that they saw. They know the people that are doing all these things, they know them. Yeah. So finally, Governor Soludo, although he is not saying it completely, but at least he tried. He has not come out to say that they know the people that are doing all these things. They are not anywhere from Fulani or any other place. They are our own brothers and our sisters. See, not be me talk Governor Soludo, he has not come out. He don't open the anyash. He said it as it is. And he's corroborating the same thing we have been saying since. Not them. There was no Fulani. It was them. And isn't it surprising that Kanu was ranting, preparing these boys, recruiting them, putting them up, teaching them what to do on Facebook and everywhere. Everybody kept quiet. There was no outrage. Then he was saying, they are going to do like this. Hey, Somalia will be better. Oh, what is coming? What is coming? Do they think that they will go to Abuja and do it? And I was telling them, you cannot do anything here. You cannot do. Governor Soludo says it too. You cannot do it. It's here. It is here. Where you are, that's only where you can shake. If you are strong, it is only where you are that you can shake that place. You cannot, they're not born you where you know rich. I kept on saying it. You people are not rich. You can only bring wahala for those people where they that place in Imo State, in Anambra. Una not rich. Una no rich. Una no fit enter the Cross River. I told you guys. Good evening, Chide. Una no rich. Ndị Igbo. You can only buy ndị Igbo. Una no rich. I told you guys. Even una misleader, e dey inside there now. Since how many? 1 year don't pass. Israel we no see. Britain we no see. You ain't don't come here, go Borno, go Abuja, go everywhere. No saying they exist. We no see. Israel don't come. They go. They sit down with President America people don't come. They go meet Jibril. They talk with Jibril. They dine with Jibril. They don't go back. Nobody knows so that they exist. I told you guys, one day, akaga baruno nile, all of you. One day, oh, Miss Leader, go enter DSS dungeon, no go fit come back to mislead again. I told you guys, one day, oh, Miss Leader, go enter DSS dungeon, no go fit come back to mislead again. He enter DSS dungeon, Abi no enter. He don't come out to mislead again. Abi, never, he don't come out. He don't come out. Okay. Should we hear your lawyer that they tell on Akokondimbu? The federal government have now accepted that they went to Kenya to kidnap him. Akokondimbu. I told you people, una no rich. The kind of story they are telling you people that make you to go and see your fellow Onyibo. You know a bear butcher. You are feeling powerful. Now they are rich. It's not gonna. Nobody here on a matter. Nobody here on a matter. I told you guys. You people say, oh, Gabia, oh, he say, Biafra is already at your back here. Etelewu, eteluda, halfa. You see it now? They are the one doing it. You hear say, look at what happened with Ifan Yoba. They went there to show love. Me, I will not give you attention. You see? He went they spreading love. Anywhere they go, they are killing by people. Everywhere they are going, they are buying people in the name of Fulani. Where is the Fulani? Soludo said all the people that they arrested, they are them. Ndimbu, IPOB. IPOB Fulani herdsmen. You see that one? He even puts engineer for a name. Who dash you? Even in 100 years to come, engineer, you know, if he smell her. It is another one where they answer general, we no know where military bus stop. Even me, where I do guest brigade, I even sabi match. Pass that one where general they hungry, he tie rapper like this. Tomorrow he carry beret. Next tomorrow he wear Jewish keeper. They do like this. Una no rich. I tell Una. Lies can only lead you so far. Last, all these people that are losing their livelihood are Ndibo. They are clearing a coat. You remember that man that I did the video that the man was like, if they will allow him to talk to his wife, still, those ones, their body is hot. They carry him, they put him inside Boro Pit. You remember that video? When you look inside that Boro Pit, you will see that there are other people inside there. Shebi was in that Ekotutu. They said they went to take that man. They said they went to they took that man from Ekotutu that morning. And they were not lying and say, oh, he's the Ebubagu leader, he's the Ebubagu leader. Meanwhile, they now do a video, said the Ebubagu leader is not the one, no, it's not anywhere near Ghana. See this one. Come out and show me your face. That una title, if una no collect am, all over the world, una go know, say God is not alive. That una title of Ndimbu all over the world, they go use a mark on a red. Una go see am. The way una misleader take enter the DSS dungeon for more than 1 year, no mention. Don't mention. He need don't turn to don't mention. Nobody mentioning. Now so it go be for now. Yeah, now so it go be for them. One day, oh, misleader go enter the DSS dungeon. Go fit come back to mislead again. Shebi he was busy say, the Fulani. Where are the Fulani now? Where are the Fulani? The Fulani are nowhere to be found. Soludo, the governor, at least. And people are saying, hey, Soludo, why will you say it like that? Why will you say it? Look at what the governor is saying. 100% Ndimbu. IPOB. That's what they are. They want to rubbish the identity of Ndibo. They want to rubbish the Ejirimara Ndibo. Turn Ndibo to mumu everywhere. You go, they look there. Did you see that their Umubingo community call? Hey, you, what you do? First of all, people that want to form a country on top of lies. Where is the Fulani? No Fulani. There was no Fulani. There is never Fulani. There will never be any Fulani. Fulani was there all this time selling their cow. Everybody want to do burial, want to do marriage. They'll go and buy cow. Everybody, they have been there. Some people, they work in that butcher. Some they will go and buy and they will be reselling. It's a market that has been going on since the one jobless Efulefu that went to London since how many? Since 19. He did not even go and learn work. He did not go and go school. He did not go and join the military. Every military na there. He now came and collect microphone and he's telling you Fulani, Fulani, and you begin to enter inside bush. They buy your own people. Where is the Fulani? Where is the Fulani now? Soludo said, you are the one doing it 100% ndị Igbo. The Fulani needs an apology at this time. The Fulani people need an apology from Igbo politicians. You need to go and apologize to the Fulani because you are dragging their name through your rubbish that you are doing. You better go and apologize to the Fulani because IPOB was impersonating and buying their own people and claiming Fulani. You see it? I did not say it. It is governor that said it. They say they are not unknown. They are known. And nobody invade Igbo land from anywhere. Now them. No be me talker. Una governor na talker. Nobody invade from anywhere. Now them. Thank you. They are still saying full. They are cash. You know they will cash full. They cash your own Igbo. He is speaking Igbo. He will tell you everything he did in Igbo language. You will be saying, these Fulani people have destroyed Igbo land. Like, hello, wake up. Wake up finally. Why can't you wake up? Then swear for you. Hey, so ndị Igbo na don see na Nnamdi Kanu hụrụ unu n'anya. You now send you people, his ndị Mgbu, to come and be buying you. He said it that his obligation is to the people wey don already go. So you wey you dey here, you no care, you no send you. Na the people wey go and the people wey go join am. And he even do salute to the people who is about to go. Na that one na dey say na una misleader. Eh? They know, but they are too ashamed to go back. Hey. You say, this one, see this one. When you see somebody with misleader picture, you know that one is already damaged goods. What you want they can do? Or when we rubber. Okay. So me, I'm not giving you people attention. I will not respond to you. If as you are commenting, you are getting blocked. Eh? As the cup of onion bonus don full. Now so all of una cup go dey full. And as they go dey cash on, and so una cup go dey full. E no go pass like that. Thank you, Onoha. Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye ndufu, elu ha nyere ụmụ bingo ka emebie ala Igbo, ka ụmụ Igbo wee biri n'ọhịa, okwu ọnụ ya bingo, ijukwu ya bingo, omume ya bingo, brain ya kaikai, okwu ọnụ ya bingo, ijukwu ya bingo, omume ya fendi, brain ya kaikai. Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye ndufu. Onye ndufu, onye ndufu, Nnamdi Kanu, onye ndufu, Nnamdi Kanu, onye ndufu, elu ha nyere ụmụ bingo ka emebie ala Igbo, ka ụmụ Igbo wee bụrụ IDP, okwu ọnụ ya bingo, iji ụkwụ ya fendi, omume ya fendi, bireni ya kaikai, ndị Mgbu. I'm telling you, that Methodist, did you hear him again? He did not come out to say. You went inside. In fact, that man's story was so obvious to people who are actually conscious. Because when he's saying that one, his father is from Sudan. Like, and I'm hearing, what did you talk like? He said, he's from waiting, from Sudan. Okay, he said, his father is from Sudan, but they gave birth to him in that place. I say, I say, let me hear the name. I'm sure the name is also Jibri. Abi Jibri al Omar. Abi this one Jibri al Sudan. This one Jibri al Omar. Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye ndufu, elo ha nyere ụmụ bingo ka emebie ala Igbo, kume Igbo wee bụrụ IDP. Okwu ọnụ ya bingo, ije ụkwụ ya bingo, omume ya bingo, breni ya kai kai. Okwu ọnụ ya bingo, ije ụkwụ ya bingo, omume ya fendi, breni ya kai kai. Kai kai brain, kolomenta na dey follow. Now na dey follow. E dey tell una Fulani and una dey see. They go say, they say Fulani, 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 you look. No only Igbo you see. Fulani, 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 you look. Who you see? Who did you see? All the ones that we have been showing, there has been no single Fulani, one single Fulani you no see. The Fulani people deserve an apology from you guys. You need to go and apologize to them. You need to go and apologize to them. Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye ndufu, elo ha nyere ụmụ bingo ka emebie ala Igbo, kume Igbo wee biri IDP. Okwu ọnụ ya bingo, ije ụkwụ ya bingo, omume ya bingo, brain ya kai kai. Welcome, my sister Chinwe. I told you guys there was no Fulani. There's really nothing to say. I can show you videos. The videos are one thing I've noticed from this Ndimbu and this Nahabuoha, Nahaburuha, Nahadufuruha. I'm good, Fred. Nahadufuruha, Nahaduhereha, Nahaburuha Kano. One thing I've noticed is that you cannot save somebody that have actually determined his mind that he want to believe a lie and live in that lie. You cannot save them. They will just be like really sheep. When sheep is going, even though the person in front, motor jammer, he go still they go make the motor jammer me own. Oh, I didn't know you were a brother. I just kind of thought you were a sister. Sorry. Because I think Chinwe is predominantly female. So pardon me. Sorry. They just a high Fulani, all of it, una know the shame. Fulani turn to ninja. Fulani go just run, enter notch, operate, they go run, and go army feke, operate, go nobby, operate, Fulani, hey, now wow. She na the get aeroplane where they say they operate. The worst. They will be saying, I will do this, we are going to do this, we are going to do. Then they will go and do that. And when I will see a headline, like they will say, IPOB is going to fish out those who are doing all the bad. I'll just be laughing and say, Akukontimbu. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That Methodist prelate, he now went inside bush and he now began to have conversation with the Fulani that want to come and take over the country. They say they already starting from Ogun State. They are already starting from wherever. And they are telling you their plan. They now sit down and they are telling you their plan. And they now leave you to go. If they say they want to come and finish Ndibo and they already catch you as Onibo, what if they can't leave you, may they go? May they can't go, they find you another day. Now that kind of story, they penetrate their brain. Like you will be telling them, you see how their lawyer was whining them, and now God will be doing it for all. Now the federal government now accept that they went to take it. Yeah, and the God that did this victory is going to do another one. Yes. What is he saying? Nothing. Bingo. People, human beings, they talk. Somebody will donate in brain to somebody will hold microphone. You go come, they follow us, they talk again. Like really? You don't know that bingo won't be say, now as then they call you, go they do whoa. You don't get anything where you won't talk again. At this point, people, you need to apologize to the Fulani. Every day, oh, the Fulani, look at what the Fulani did. Look at what the Fulani did. Where the Fulani did now? I'm not the one that said it. It is trending today all over Nigerian newspaper. Everybody, finally, Governor Soludo reveal identity of all those people in Anambra State. The same way, all the one they are catching in Imo State. Shebi that one they ask her, what do you do for a living? Say, on government, no. The people that listen to someone ranting on radio for years, they are coming to this page, a video of less than 30 minutes, and they are talking about you are not talking sense. So you know sense. So you get sense. You they listen to radio ranters since how many years? Somebody that came on radio and tell you that you should give him transformer, you give him jet, and that your transmitter go double as jet. Only one transmitter, it will double. Like you people are like, I don't know what to now see. That one is small. What about the Michael Zokome that was reading Lamentation chapter 3 verse 33? Like, really, seriously? They can't, you say me you can't judge a different person, you can't they read lamentation. Even for the fact say you was reading from lamentation, you supposed to tell you say na lamentation dey for front, they wait on. If una no know wetin be lamentation, make una go find dictionary, make una tell them say una wan know the meaning of lamentation. Somebody go dey read lamentation. Where is the Fulani? The Fulani have been vindicated. I told you guys. There is nowhere Fulani people can come to Alibo and be fomenting that kind of this thing, because Fulani they will do this thing. No, they will video it. No, they will post it on. They will get all the details. They will get all the information. They will not call one of their Onyembu. They will be narrating the story, and they will be posting it on television. Where did you see Fulani that is doing all those ones? The one that they are doing in Hausa, did they come out and say it is Igbo people that did it, or it is Yoruba? Shebi they know that it is their people that is doing. They never say it's you, but you are not ashamed. Every day you come and say, in the Fulani, Emazin, in the Fulani, Hagabaz in the Fulani, get in the Fulani, in the Fulani. Una know the shame. Where the Fulani na? Soludo say, now, them. See them. I did not say it. No fewer than 15 encampments across 8 local governments in Anambra State. He revealed that on yesterday, and he said 100% of all the people that they have caught so far are Ndibo. So tell me, is it not worthy of Ndi Fulani to receive an apology at this point for all your fake false accusation? Remember the video of those Fulani people or northern people that were just going on their way. Somebody just come, people that are selling and not hawking on the street that don't know anything. You now come, body they worry you. You remember that young woman with we get belle with small 3 small pikin on a Sunday. No natural be a fraud. Where the Fulani now? Where is the Fulani? You comment, I block you. I cannot abide the iti body boss. Iti. Soludo is still they try to maintain the way he's saying it. But you cannot hide the truth, because last is like the pregnancy. You can't hide it. When it reach time, the belly must grow. You must say one day the person said must born. Person where they listen to Kolomenta, they know they read Bible. They say they be Jew. They say they be Jew. They know they read Bible. Ndi Jew. Like nothing where that guy no carry come, because even when he started with ranting against his own people, the same Igbo self. He will say anything Igbo will not prosper. He say Igbo people, they are wicked like this. Oh, have you heard of Igbo people before? Oh, Igbo people are this. I will share some of those clips on my WhatsApp. Oh, Igbo people are this. Igbo people are this. He was saying it, and he was saying it so that they will not say everything Igbo is bad, everything, so that they will not become Jew. Then before you know it, go to Igbo land. Amoye, how many people that are wearing this small cup that they put on their head? Let me even demonstrate what I'm talking about. They'll carry small cup like this. They'll put it on their head, including the onion dufu. Oh, they will be doing like this. I don't turn to Jew. Then do that one, work. To the extent, I remember that time I did a short video, like just 5 points, just peripheral, like 5 simple points that will know that there's nothing concerning Igbo people to Jewish people. Even many people that are not Nigerians, they will still go to that video. They will be wondering, like, what is wrong with being Igbo? Like, they are not understanding. Like Black people that are not from Nigeria or are from, they are like wondering, like, why is Igbo not enough? One guy was like, what if our ancestors have another thing that we're supposed to be that nobody told us? Like, why being Igbo is not enough? Why? Because this Colomenta, that guy did numbers, a lot of numbers for them. I don't know. This one that only me is talking. My people, Mona can't put more for this matter now. No, the wahala. Let me send the invite. They will say, if I name be ife more, if I name be ife more. Una don't see the ife more. Una dey buy una self, ndi Igbo. Like, imagine borrow pit. I showed you the video that Annie Dons did. It was a narrating. Anna chosen the mother, na mortuary, jugo, everything. And it's like they need to come on. But at the end of the day, you're still afraid to say it is the onion dufu that is the instigator of everything. You just open your koro eye, invite wahala, enter your territory. And you think say you go overnight?
Hello, good evening, ma.
Hello, good evening, my brother. All said to go now. Shebi, we have been vindicated. We told them.
Yes.
We told them all along that there is no Fulani. Is it not safe to say that Fulani people deserve an apology?
Absolutely. They deserve apology from the Southeasterners.
Yeah.
Printed on all major national dailies.
Good evening.
Good evening to everyone listening to Blessedom. Let me use the opportunity to say massive thank you, not just to you, to every members of Blessedom families, Blessedom page.
We deserve it too. We deserve it with all the attack we got.
Yeah, and our brothers from the Southwest, from the Northeast, North Central, Edo, everywhere, many Nigerians who stood side by side with people of the Southeast to fight this evil battle. Because I've come to realize it wasn't just us alone. We have our brothers, our sisters, fellow compatriots, fellow Nigerians, who stood by us. If I begin to mention them one after the other, time would not permit me. But my brother, Musa Saleh, I say thank you. Ismaila, I say thank you. Henry, I say thank you. And I say thank you to everyone. At least, in real time, people may not appreciate what your type, Ijele, and Okechukutulagwa, Omega Smart, and few persons are doing. You guys try to use this same platform to address the issue, and most of them realize that we are not all in this together. What do I mean? That not every Southeasterner, I don't want to use the word Igbo, not every Southeasterner, supports this criminality in whatever name, even if it wasn't in their region.
Yeah.
And let me just quickly say something that happened during the NSAS. After he made his you know, Ojendufu made his utterances,
Mm.
and it almost backfired on, you know, the peaceful Southeasterners doing their businesses in Igbo land, sorry, in
Mm.
Lagos State.
Mm.
Now, if anyone would remember, I think one Igbo guy, I keep forgetting his name, did an intervention program. Fanika Ere appeared. Two Yoruba guys appeared, and Oyembu appeared as well. And
Mm-hmm.
as a liar he is, he was trying to lie his way out that he never meant Ejibo. He was talking about Oyibo. You know, yes, NSAS was a more of Nigerian issue, but he hijacked it.
Mm.
Not shell. I wasn't around, but at least I have siblings, I have families in Lagos, and people within Lagos can tell the tension is it great.
Mm.
You know, a solo. In
Yeah.
particular, it was the area boys that helped to protect the business of Ndibo that were there. Now, straight to the point, Soludo is a different breed. I started having massive respect for Soludo while I was still in Polytechnic. I think that predates about 2006, if I'm not mistaken, when he was the CBN governor. He saw the rot within the banking sector, and he came with his technocrat idea to strengthen the banking sector, which then generated a lot of controversies and hate towards him. I mean, most of us shouldn't be in a hurry to forget about the recapitalization.
Mm.
Now, you know, Soludo, since he became governor, he has said the truth, which most Southeastern politicians are being careful of, even if he's diplomatically saying the truth.
Mm.
First, let us remember he has said this that the least camp in Anambra is about 3 years old, which means these guys have been operating far back as 2019.
Yeah.
And again, I will courageously say thank you to Ijele for his courage,
Yeah.
because you know he brought this thing to bear. He gave most of us that courage
Yeah.
to keep speaking, even
Yeah.
when we know it wasn't. Our people are still playing on the ethnic card.
Yeah.
Like you said, we've said this not time to that number. They do the buying.
Yeah.
They put it out there. And, why I say thank you to Jele, it was on his program when we began to analyze these things that
Yeah.
most people began to see the tree from the wood. Say, for example, like you just said not a few minutes ago, if someone buy a chicken, in that minute, the blood is crispy fresh.
Mm.
Give it, even now I'm not talking on a sandy ground, even if it's a cemented ground, give it the next 20 minutes and come back.
Mm.
Give it the next 1 hour. It's
Mm.
properly congealed.
Mm.
Now, these guys,
Now, this thing we dey talk about, in case you are joining us.
they do their thing because of somebody over the years has been pumping this ethnic mischievous hatred.
Mm.
People, even the educated, will believe without thinking in between.
Mm.
But today, here we are. Soludo, it is time for him to use his office to do more. Because at the end of the day, we cannot surrender our land to this group of miscreants.
No.
Now, people need to learn how to keep sentiment aside. What I'm saying is, in Igbo parable, they say this: whoever goes to the farm or to the bush to fetch firewood infested with ants has only
Yeah.
invited the lizard home for supper. What do I mean? In a
Yeah.
simple time, what these guys are doing, for now, I think the relevant security agencies are not paying full attention.
Mm.
If they pay it full mind, that local environment, everybody's a casualty.
Yeah.
This is not just Nigeria. We can trace it back to every other client, where they have conflicts.
Yeah.
Now, it is time people speak up. You can see the riffraff in Finland proclaiming very soon there will be no fly zone in the southeast.
Yeah.
And people are not saying anything about this. I'll still go back to 2019. The Hub of Lagos only made a comment which he did not even carry out.
Yeah.
It was, national outcry.
Yeah.
Now, they blackmail this current government The
Yeah.
federal. Where are all those clergymen who are not ashamed? They were wearing dot nation, giving life to what is lifeless. You see, the truth is, I live in an environment. I wouldn't say racism is a thing of the past,
No.
but nobody supports it openly anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, a simple comment as because I'm a black in a place of work
Yeah.
can make your line manager feel extremely uncomfortable around
Yeah.
you. They'll become, in fact, I've seen somebody who is a black guy, but he loves playing that card. He made
Mm.
one of my managers this man broke down in tears and had to leave work.
Mm.
You know, and we need to wake up. Ndị Igbo, it is time we join this mainstream conversation and begin to call on the relevant agencies and people of the Southeast. Let us tackle center of gravity. Now, kinetic approach is going on. The likes of Simon Ekpa should not be sitting somewhere in Finland, keep gaslighting the environment.
And they don't want to do anything about it. Like when I'm thinking about it, I just like, okay, it's like they really need the thing to go down.
And if push comes to shove, it becomes, a full kinetic approach. The immediate community will suffer the full
Yeah.
weight of the law. I was born in River State. At least during Amechi's tenure, I was still in River State. So when they talk about insecurity, I understand it. It comes with a heavy price.
Mm.
At the end of the day, it's a simple thing. The military, they don't have that luxury of time to know who is bingo, who is not a bingo. If that environment, it is where they cry, and people need to know this. In fact, I'll say this current military or the administration, they are watering down their actions, they are playing it very slow or
Yeah.
softly.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen incidences, okay, like this same also lane, when they went to detonate the whatever that took one of their, high-ranking major,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
are celebrating it.
Yeah.
If the military decide to play an eye for an eye,
Mm.
everything there will become history. I mean, in the context of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, let me rephrase history. During Obasanjo's time, Victor Malu is from Benue State. I
Yeah.
think Nala. How many of us have forgotten what happened to his community? How many military men were involved that resorted to that? Not to talk about Odi. Odi was about few military. I'm not trying to say one death is even, one pie is more than enough.
Yeah.
But we saw what happened in Odi. Not even Odi. We saw what happened, in Ogoni during Obasanjo. Now, do we want to, most times they say the best way of learning is to learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
Why do most people from the Southeast keep playing this ethnic card when these people are dragging us into a danger that we cannot, if push comes to shove, we cannot withstand it?
Yeah.
Now, all those axes that are hotbed, do they think if the military decide to conclude this thing, it wouldn't take them for 8 hours?
They are not. They think that they are too much. That they are too powerful. That's why the military cannot do anything.
Because what they are doing, they want to get us into a situation that we cannot get out of. And I always say this: it is easy for anyone to play this technique card because their environment is not the hotbed. We need to empathize in this situation. Think about those communities that are suffering the heat of this crisis. First, bingos have overtaken people's building. I mean, they can't live a normal life anymore.
Yeah.
Say for example, if people have to run for safety, maybe to their relative or wherever, which of the relative has mansion that can give accommodation? Most, we know the way life is. Most people, people are practically trying to make it through the day. And now most people, they are running for refuge. They only have highest 2-3 rooms to themselves. Then what do we have? Overcrowding. What do we have? People cannot go to school. The local economy, the night economy is gone. Because whether we like it or not, most of, these environments, you have people that just deal on petty trading, say frying akara, corn, and doing seasonal businesses. All those things are gone, and these are what some group of criminals are causing.
Yeah.
First, Soludo should go one step further. Let him be honest with himself. There is no Biafra anywhere. It is dead, gone, and buried. And not until this proclamation is made, so that we can start on a different parallel line.
Yeah.
And people know these are a group of criminals. Nobody is fighting for you for anything.
No.
At the end of the day, look at where we're finding ourselves in such a mess. That some people will sit somewhere and they'll, have the infantry to declare that they're declaring this, that. Now, not my word. They should go and look. Audit Okalo said each day the Southeast shuts down is 25 billion. Who are those losing? It is the people of the Southeast. Good thing. You see, when I say courage, I know what I'm saying. It took courage for your type Ijele to come out to say, listen, this method is pre-late. His words are not adding up.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say it wasn't kidnapped. Let me just because of the algorithm. But when he came outside saying his side of the story,
yeah,
I mean, it doesn't take much to know that this guy is only giving life to what should be lifeless. It is different to say, listen, this happened, but trying to twist his ordeal. I'm not trying to patronize him or being, rather to say this is his ordeal. He tried to twist the whole story. And again, Amadioha and the gods of the land vindicated everyone that added a voice.
Yeah.
When they saw the perpetrators, it's not the ethnic group they're after. I've always said this. It is good to fight the crime, not the tribe.
Yeah.
Crime is not about tribe. And whoever knows one thing, let us use our local community as an example. If there's a crime and that crime happens so often, you don't need a specialist to tell you there is a local element involved in it.
Thank you.
Because no matter how brave a criminal is, he would not have that comfort of coming to carry out the same act if he doesn't have the locals he's working with. Because he wouldn't know the, how would I put the topography. He's a stranger. Same way, whatever is happening, people even, let me just go back to a different analogy. When we're in school, if there's behavior between two groups, when any group comes, they look for the group, their local members that can tell them the way. Even when they're going to survey ground, they don't go there because they don't know the institution, they don't know the road. They don't know where leads to where. Even if, because if they do anything, they don't know how to, escape their way or whatever. So they always look for their local members that, that would walk around with them, even if, let me know something, even if they might go do the heat there. So now, these are things our people need to know. But is it when it comes, most of them know because it is their people doing it. Then they shut their thinking, they throw away their thinking cap. All they see is ethnic cleanse. And these people doing this thing, the minute we make it clear, it is not acceptable anywhere. What got us into this whole mess is this. When Oyendufu was busy projecting his hatred towards a particular tribe or a group, people were applauding him, thinking it's okay.
Yeah.
Do not teach anybody how to hate. Because they begin to hate indiscriminately. And at the end of the day, there's no reason to hate any tribe. There's no reason.
As if the hate will just evaporate from your body. It's an energy. It doesn't go away. It's only going to be transformed from one form to the other. If you used to hate the Hausa people, tomorrow you are going to transfer it to Yoruba. Who is next? Oh, maybe maybe one Igbo clan. It's not going to go away.
Yeah. And I hope majority of them who are part of this are learning their lessons, because they've not learned their lessons. They are waiting for the next mischievous moment to come up again.
I remember in 2017 when at the height of his megalomania, when they hungry and to be king, at the same time to, I don't even know how the thing was doing him. Whether I want to be king, whether I want to be prophet, or whether I want to be warrior and soldier and president, like all join. He want to be all at the same time. He now call himself a supreme. The way he was ranting and his boys, they were going around doing all this rally. Oh, they would say, hey, on. Somebody was right. A lot of people were giving their own insight. I came across one article that one brother wrote at that time. And like looking at that article, you would think like this brother was like it was like seeing vision. He wrote that thing on the cable. Let me share my screen. Maybe I can show you guys this article a little bit, or maybe I can share the link afterwards. So I hope you can see it. Here the brother was writing that if the likes of Kano and his IPOB had their way, the likes of me would no longer be Nigerian. We would become Biafra in a utopian state where the commonality of language and culture would magically make everything work. In allegedly pushing for this Neverland. I call it a Neverland. He says it's in a Nirvana. IPOB and Radio Biafra have seen it fit to spew forth vile abuse of Nigeria and other ethnic groups in the country, especially that mysterious collective known as the Hausa Fulani. Like, it's like this guy is our own Nicodemus. He was looking. This is an article that was written in 2017. You can look at it. It was published by the Cable. It was published since 2017. Look at it, So everything, spewing everything, abuse against Nigeria and the ethnic group, and especially that mysterious collective known as Hausa Fulani. So, and it went on to say, I am still waiting for a rational explanation of how the right to self-determination became the right to insult other people and culture. I am waiting to learn when it became acceptable for bigotry to be the foundation of building a sustainable and successful society in the 21st century. I am still waiting to know why this inflammatory and senseless rhetoric have been allowed to fester and even acquiesced to by putative, the Biafrans, including so-called leaders and elders who have been falling all over themselves to be photographed with Nnamdi Kanu. Like, I don't know this brother. If I don't know him, this was think about it. This was written since 2017. So we have not all been moved and dumb.
Absolutely.
There have been people who have been, but they were not mainstream. Because there was a foolish majority, there was a multitude of Mugos that pushed themselves forward and made themselves look like all Igbos are them. If you are looking at bingos, you now be thinking that you are looking at Igbo people. You don't know that now fringes.
I will say this, even look at my little self without a voice. I know how much even fellow on my hands who know me have come to attack me.
This one is still saying Fulani woman.
Unfortunately, you see, Oyembu is criminally intelligent. He studied the emotions of the Southeasterners and he was exploiting it. Now, I can remember there's a lady who used to write, but she puts out a balanced narrative. They began to attack her. Now, let us not forget in a hurry. What they do, they start calling them the Fulani, the Fulefu. Start using, the derogatory word and unprintable names on our women. Now, the truth is, most people saw the danger, but Ndi Igbo, Southeasterners, we need to come a long way and stop this ethnic thinking. It doesn't do anybody no good.
I don't get it, because we are actually the most traveled, the most living in other people.
Even talking about most travel, a cosmate of mine, we're in the same WhatsApp group. She has the, guts to start attacking me that I know my hating a fellow brother. But she's somewhere in Maryland in America, living in a safe environment.
Okay.
I've always said this to them. One day, a lunatic will catch them in America. They know the way it happened. Now you see, nobody wants to live in an unsafe environment. Nobody. At the end of the day, you made mention of the transformer, and when I look at their previous members, I was asking to myself, you've lived in America, you lived in a country where there's democracy, in everything. How would they forget so much in a hurry that Nigeria is a sovereign country? Let me take every other characteristics away. But do they know what it means to deal with a sovereign country? We can have our challenges, but Nigeria is a sovereign country. So how can having a transformer give you a country?
And be your rocket launcher.
That is it.
And still be your jet bomber.
I mean,
one guy, transmitter.
He really hypnotized.
And he was telling them about transmitter, and he was on radio and Facebook. And
you can imagine somebody that went to America, told them he's going to buy a drone. Southeasterners were partying with their money. Somebody to donate $5,000. You can see how much hate these people have in their hearts. These are a group of sadists. Now they can't think. They live in America. What sort of drone is he going to buy? Is it from Amazon, Alibaba, or
You remember when they are talking about the fallout between him and Irania there? You remember when they are having that conversation and they were like, he's not supposed to go to Nigeria. He was supposed to go to Ukraine, like to go and buy Ngwaga, like the Ageja also Nigeria. Like that's how deep these people like he's not going to Ukraine as who? So they will not go and buy Ngwaga and not carry come to Nigeria.
You see, the truth is, all these people giving life to this thing. So, for example, now, I will use the last Anambra State governorship election. Apart from Soludo and a few other persons, most of them are diasporans who came back to contest the election. They lost. They took it in good faith. They went back. A good example is this philanthropist who built a hospital. I think, is it Dr. Madoka or something? Now, most of them, they sit down there, contributing their hard-earned money to a complete scam, but because of their hatred has blinded them that they cannot even think straight to know that, this is, like the British will say, it's a dead end. There's no road.
No road.
There's no road. Just you're going on a dead end. Now, if they had come back, let me say 2017, when they were still having that popularity down there, if they had just metamorphosed into a political movement, I mean, by 2023, they should be, talking about, at the end of the day, we've looked, in a simple...
My brother is cracking me up. He said, you want to buy a drone to monitor his other's area.
What am I saying? Because I had to call into one of the programs then, and which is my first program. Then I opened up their eyes, and most of them realized, listen, military hardware is not sold to any individual. You have to be properly licensed. In fact, there are certain military hardware that has to go through the Homeland Security. If it's in America, if it's in the UK, it has to go through the Ministry of Defense. Now, let us as Nigerians even see how difficult it is for Nigerian government to acquire some of these military hardwares.
Do you even know that as we are talking, they are even doing fundraising that they want to use to buy military hardware, that they want to come and find zoo. The zoo is about to go down.
Because you know why? This is what hatred does to them as a person. Because guys are only scamming them out of their money. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to sell anything to you. Even if they have to go through the black market, even if they have to go to Belarus, which is porous, nobody. Nobody's going to sell them such. And at the end of the day, once again, they say time vindicates, time heals. I'll say thank you for that courage.
Our brother said they are still saying they should start donating for war drones, for jet fighters, and also for include other countries to help them fight the war. Blah blah blah. My brother, we are saying the same thing. I'm just reacting to their
I know,
comments.
I know, I know. At the end of the day, now August Okalo has had a near miss experience. If I knew, I would say cheat death, not even a near miss experience. Obi Kubana, and those who lost their souls, may they find peace. Now, what will it take for these two politicians to begin to push for this full force, to begin to give, to begin to take measures like the Imo State governor? And let us not forget in a hurry, the blackmail Hope Uzodinma faced last year. Even majority, even you see, we have.
I don't know. I don't know if it's me, but for me, I feel like even though they are saying something, they are still not saying it completely. Like Hope Uzodinma, he's doing and he's saying. I feel like they are still. He's playing some kind of hanky panky in what he's saying and how he's saying it. The same way Soludo is also. You understand? Like, it's like they have a code of their own kind of political correctness of
No,
what they are
not political
saying.
correctness. I'll say this, and this is a Nigerian factor. This is a Nigerian problem, which most of them are exploring now. The presidency, there are people that are involved in corruption. They start sending high-profile traditional rulers, high persons to go to the. I'm talking about this Buhari administration to tell him to leave the person that is their son. Is it the money? Is it their money they stole? After all, he stole their own region money. For the NDDC, who did not see the NDDC panel investigation.
Hey, OJ, I agree to you.
How Professor Pandai fainted. Now, for those of us who watched that open panel, let's ask ourselves, what has come out of it? They've gone to pressure the presidency. And the same thing we saw with this case. Rather than to discuss how to tackle this issue, they are talking about political correctness. They are talking about, pressuring the presidency to just, forget it's one of those things. Now, I'm just saying this. I don't know who posted him. I'm not within his cycle. Now, I can think the sort of blackmail he's facing. It only takes someone who wants to do the right thing to call the bluff, to say, listen, we need to do the right thing. Just like Amechi did when insurgency was on the, climb in River State. Just like Wike did with Don Wami. Don Wami became so much of, a handful within the Ahoda houses that he can say the day Ajib works and the day Ajib doesn't work. And, the government has been pampering, but it got to the point. Wike said, he caused the bluff. So what am I trying to say? These are things we are facing. So we may not know what these politicians are going through. Moreover, those of them that are determined to tackle these monsters head on, like Hope Uzodinma.
I think that for Hope Uzodinma, he was like he's fighting double battles. Like, first of all, he left PDP and went to APC. That's the first sin. Yeah. That's his original sin. In the land of the bingos, let me put it like that. That's his original sin, because he left their camp and went to APC. So when he became an APC member, that he couldn't do anything right. So and then he became the governor and removed the PDP governor and became the governor. So they were like saying, we are not pushovers. You can't push over us, So their own was like to get him from the way. You can't come from the back and take this position. It's impossible. So in the course of that, you understand, how do they want to get at him? They now remember those places that they are grazing cow and all those things in the bush. It became a point to say he has collected money from these people. That's why they put them here. The story of Kano, how he kind of use that cattle place where they sell cattle, that place, and now you use it as say they collected money. That's why the Hausa Caliphate made him governor, so that they will use that place, and that's what caused the camp to that place they call Federal Camp. So I think is political and personal vendetta from their own side, But away from, I want to ask, our brother is asking a question. He's asking that, do you think that Kanu is finished as a result of these revelations? Once the 2023 election is over, I believe he will be released. Do you think he will self-exile to London? I think this is a valid question that we can look at.
Absolutely. You see, he's coming back to it now. Let me say this. Most people think the UK don't have laws.
Mm,
If he needs to be truthful to himself, he should say to his followers, was he a fugitive before he ended up where he ended up and they got him?
okay.
When was the last time he did step his foot or on the soil in this country? Now,
Mm,
do most of them know that Prince Andrew has been taking off royal duties
mm,
for more than 2 years? That he's lost all his military ranks. He's no longer part of the
mm,
military,
mm.
And Prince Andrew, the person I'm talking about, is not that person than the biological son of Queen Elizabeth,
Yeah,
whose elder sibling is now the king
the
of
king.
United
Yeah,
Kingdom.
yeah,
This is what law is all about. What was
yeah,
his own, issue? The Jeffrey Epstein sex scandal.
yeah,
Now, he cannot come back to the United Kingdom.
yeah.
Though most people are being economical with facts. When he left Nigeria, when he left Nigeria, ended up in Israel. It took over a year lobbying. And because, they've not gotten to this point before the British government could issue him back, a travel document to come back to the UK. But
Yeah.
now he lost all those things.
Mm,
Don't take my word for it. People can go back and reach out to UGM or go back to his old broadcast. They were both written to by the Metropolitan Police, the
mm,
counter-terrorism unit, to come and answer for themselves, and he ran away. Now,
mm.
let people go back to his broadcast. After he had a Zoom meeting, he started calling his bingos in the UK that elderly men behaving like rabbits in the cage.
Mm.
Those in the cage,
I remember I played the
what
audio that time. Yeah.
because these are part of this. They say, listen, go submit yourself. What are you doing? You're getting us into all this whole of, they're getting them into this mess. But he believes he can. You see, sometimes I think he even believed his own lies, that his own lies caught up with him.
Yeah. I believe so too.
We
I
live
believe
a
so.
technological age. He can only evade security, but for how long? That is a question he doesn't ask himself. Now, I think that was last year.
And no, and the first question, do you think he will be released by the Nigerian government?
The judiciary has to do what they need to do, except the next government comes in and decides to water down everything. But, if they want, like the presidency has said, he doesn't have any special interest. All he wants him is to face the court process, which is
Yeah.
simple. So it is not for me to say, it is for the court to decide,
Yeah.
through every material evidence. And,
Exactly.
you know,
That's basically it
yeah,
anyways.
yeah, that's it. So, and most people saying this, saying that. I mean, there are British citizens who are facing different jail terms in different countries.
Yeah.
Even in United Arab Emirates, a British national who went on holiday, but he was carrying this what do you call it, vape, but the other one, the cannabis one, more than
Yeah.
the. Now all the British government is lobbying is to reduce his sentencing.
Mm.
Even if you go to Iran, was it about 3 months ago that they released the British woman that's been
Yeah.
held for more than 3 years?
Yeah.
China don't buy a British guy will carry or enter there. Despite the UK government trying to play every diplomatic politics that the person has a mental problem, the Chinese said, listen, he broke our law. At the end of the day, they did, the law took its course. So
Yeah.
people keep saying these things. I mean, have we gone around to see, to ascertain that there are no nationals of United Kingdom serving jail time? Okay, Equatorial Guinea, the son of Margaret Thatcher was jailed in Equatorial Guinea. UK did not go to invade Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah.
You know,
I
if
remember that case where
yeah,
he
but
was trying to plan a coup d'etat.
yeah,
He was planning.
and this is where people need to wake up. That is where sovereignty comes into play, because you cannot tell a sovereign country what to do.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I would say this: even this present government, you know, at the center, they have been generous in this issue.
Yeah.
Because if you are someone like Obasanjo, a communion, as hand catch a communion, the rest is history.
Yeah.
You know,
And again, another thing I want to also show you guys the video again of Adeyinka grandson. You remember Adeyinka grandson when he was taken? What was his crime? What did again? We need to always use Adeyinka's
as
sin,
they
if
ask,
you may, as reference. You know, this is Adeyinka grandson. I don't know if you can see the arrow. This guy here, this is again Adeyinka grandson. See how all of them came inside. See their chief. See all this one. See some here at the door. They want to come and arrest him on the basis of that he's a terror. And this guy didn't do anything. What did he do? He only say he's giving Igbo people 24 hours to leave Yoruba land. That is all. That is all this guy said. And look at the way they were. You see, he was flabbergasted. He was like, I'm not. So why was he crying that all of you now came and, with different, see this one here, some outside. And they say even the streets, when they were going out in this video, you see this one, the way they are padded. And you people, you think that what your misleader Anonyen Dufu was doing is a joke. But it's the same UK. So unless the British government will have to apologize to Adeyinka grandson and release him unconditionally, otherwise, then you people you don't know how the kind of deep that one fall inside.
Is Blessedom. Let me say this. At least I'm a resident in this country. You know, I'm not bragging. I'm a citizen as well. Now, there's what is called the British public value system. Onyendufu broke everything. Now, for those of us who are resident in the UK, from applying for a driving license or any official document, to even to their passport and naturalization, there's always a section where they will say, in time of war, blah, 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 have you ever held or supported, you know, I don't know if I'm permitted to use the word terrorist group or held any extremist ideology.
Yeah.
Let anybody, Western and born and where, go tick yes for that color.
Yes.
Whether they go passports. Even their so-called bingos will tick no. What are we talking about?
You know, that's why they are hiding their face.
I mean, even 3 years ago, when they brought out this law against, okay, now let me just go back. When this issue of British nationals crossing over through Turkey to go to Syria to join these guys, the proactive parliament, they passed a law. Now they looked at the law. If both parents or either parents are not pure Caucasians, the person is losing their nationality.
Okay.
Now, Shomola Begum is there. Let people go. They shouldn't take my word. This is the national news. It's a global news. Till today, they refuse her back into the UK, despite she's of Bangladesh origin, both parents, despite she was born here, bred here, you know, they said, no, you've broken our law. You know, so people need to wake up and stop all this thing and doing as if his case is exemption or whatever. No, if he felt he didn't break the law, when he was invited, why did he refuse to go and answer?
Okay.
Why was he on the run? When was the last time he entered in the UK? This question people are not asking. When was the last time? You know, when was the last time? At the end of the day, he broke the law. And even the bingos who are trying to play down this thing, let any of them, be it in the course of their naturalization or applying for a passport or any official document, or let them go take that section, take yes. Then may they come collect the passport. You know, at the end of the day,
I decided to share the video of Adeyinka again. So what did Adeyinka do? Adeyinka was not on radio and ranting and saying, "Bye, police. I don't want to see police anywhere." And Adeyinka is not even fit to remove the lace of Kano's shoes. Not to talk of this one in Finland. So I don't know what is going on. Like, they allow these guys to be running amok. But look at what did our Denka grandsons say. They just, they rallied out, they did a petition. So
Yeah.
you feel that Adenka grandson being
They
in
were
jail is
celebrating.
justified, and you
Yeah.
say, yes, deal with him. You think he can talk against Ndibo. But you are every day, Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani, Yoruba, Fulani, and you feel it is justified.
Mm-hmm.
They say he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. Where
Absolutely.
is your own clean hands?
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, even when they needed to sentence Adenka grandson, he went with all his books, thinking he can, use that to get himself out of the whole situation. But at the end of the day, there is a law you don't break. That British public value system.
Yeah. And
You
which one didn't this guy break? He was there
every
talking about how he would do. He even opened his mouth that he used to eat water beans inside the DSS dungeon. Now he opened that mouth to be saying that if he was Oyibo, he will buy every Dudu person. Say there is something evil about them. Now,
you
what
know
the woman being they talk?
the
So
only
you
thing,
cannot say you want to come and save people that you don't like with all the passion in your life, in your body like this.
one thing people of the Southeast needs to do is to think about saving the next generation. Owazuruke 1999 has come with the same thing. A generation has been lost. We are talking about 20th, 21st century. We are still on this. Genuine. Now, let me just try to digress. The coronation or proclamation of Charles as a king. Now, people talk about subjugation. There's still subjugation everywhere, if I'm permitted to use that word on this program. It was proclaimed in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and they have to accept him as the king. Now, at the end of the day, the world is not on a standstill. The world has moved on.
Yeah.
There's politics. Go to politics. Join politics.
Yeah.
Take care of your local environment. At the end of the day, do we want to genuinely hand over this to the next generation, that they wake up and they want to put them in that, they want to be put in that box that they, defeated, they are this, they are that? No. Politics is a game. It can go for you, it cannot go for you. Look at today, Wike is not dragging the whole of South or the whole of Ikwere into his personal data. He has a personal mission against PDP and the hierarchy. You don't see them crying that because he's a minority, this, that. And if I'm to use the Nigerian standard by the ethnic group or standing or rating, Wike is a minority. But look at him holding a national party. When PDP is one of the big parties in Nigeria, but holding them to ransom that even today, the crisis in PDP, I mean, it can't be washed away or it can't be wished away. Nobody's crying. Amechi contested, lost the primaries. You didn't see him crying or trying to drag everybody into his personal, ambition. But how can we sit down as a region? We see a group of people or an individual who has a personal agenda, dragging everybody into it. He's roping us into it. And people feel it's okay for me to sit down and keep quiet. If I speak, how do I hate my brother? For goodness sake, don't drag me, like the British would say, do not drag me into your personal mess. They are sadists. There are people who are not even happy. So should we sit down as a region and watch this group rope everybody into this dilemma of a thing? No.
Yeah. And what people don't understand is, as Kanu is now, his British citizenship is already going to be revoked because it's going to be revoked because according to British law, in the eye of the law, is the head of a terror. You understand? So there's nothing he's coming back there to do. And first of all, he's an old man. He didn't work, he didn't contribute, he didn't pay tax all these years in his
now
what do they want to do with an old man that is going to be a burden to their system?
Let me say this now to his bingos. Are they denying that he didn't have a house in the UK? You know, where did he, the value of his property is 10 million pounds. Where did he get that money from? Now, you know, there are things I don't want to dive into because at the end of the day,
I cite you. Good evening. I share the link. Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, there are things I don't want to dive into. But please, let us give the next generation a chance. What we need is a government that works for the people. Say, for example, I've always said this, even in private and in open, the next person to succeed, in fact, David Umahi, his successor, has a difficult work to do because he cannot drop the ball. He cannot lower the bar. In fact, what is left for Ebonyi State now is just a welfare program for the people of Ebonyi State. Because this guy has moved Ebonyi to a different level. And before we forget, there was Sam Egu, there was Elechi Amadi. Were they not receiving allocation? Were they not getting borrowings? What did they do with these funds? You know, now, look at Ebonyi State.
And they are against the man that did so much, they still don't like him.
Because of what? A group was projecting this hatred. Even those of them who stay in America, who you feel should know better. You see, this is our politics, brand of politics is different. People crisscross, people carpet cross, people, you know, decamp. Fine. The bottom line, he has worked even more than the so-called PDP faithfuls. You know, at the end of the day, now he's turned Ebonyi State around. Now, before they come, okay, look at the other day. Okay, Basu was telling the people of the Southeast, it's time to ask the PDP what they've got for the Southeast. Okay, Basu, hello, you are a sitting governor of Abia State. From 2015 to this date, you know, 19th September 2022. What has come to the
compass? Bro, you know nothing about the UK immigration law. Somebody that live in UK more than 20 years know nothing. But it is you that you are galloping in the head about market that know Abi.
Anyway, give me what I don't want to bring my passport and show him. I am working in an environment that I'm not a lawyer. Anyway, let him go and ask Kano, or let him go and ask Ucheme for go back to the broadcast. Were they both written to by the Scotland Yard to come and answer on behalf of IPOB? Was Nnamdi Kanu a fugitive? Yes or no? Let anybody dispute this. When was the last time he stepped into the UK? Was he not junketing from one country to the other? When he knew he can no longer run to Germany, Canada, everywhere has been closing down on him. He took Africa as the next option, thinking they can't get him. You see, most of them, they need to understand this. There's what is called soft skill, collaborative effort. In fact, the Nigerian government is dragging their foot on this issue. If they collaborate, none of them, even Simon, none of them can get away.
None.
You know, now most of them.
You know why they like the way they gave them the hand to be moving freely. How can you be stereotyping? And you know, there are people who will always do bad thing from every ethnic group. Like you always say, fight the crime and not the tribe. Single the people out and deal with them.
Now let me say this. There's what they call the National Crime Agency. That person saying it can go on their website, if it's in the UK or wherever, and Google it. They have list of fugitives down there, right? Now, the Italian authority, as about last year, they arrested one of a mafia they've been looking for that's been hiding in a local remote area in Spain. These are soft skill collaborative efforts. Now, how do they think the Nigerian government got hold of him, if not from collaborative efforts?
Yeah.
These are soft skills. You don't have it. There's a Nigerian lady, you know, who was into bringing people, collecting money for all this to make her just, you know.
Sorry.
Who now, Ekwemadu never knew was on watch list. But they just allowed him. While he was airborne, they know he's coming in. Even there are people who are not even very much of a big name. At the port of entry, they stop them. You know, the person saying this thing, I mean, he needs to go and read about the new laws. UK is not Nigeria. The finals of Euro 2022, which is Euro 2021, which they played this year, was it not one of the three black players, Rashford, who again, three black players missed, Rashford, this guy from Arsenal, they missed penalties. They were racially abused. The next Monday morning, they amended the law.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to wait. The next Monday morning, mind you, now do they involve? They amended the law. And everyone that tweeted that they want him for it. Even there's a young promising footballer, Sheffield United had to cancel his contract just for tweeting for a minute. Sheffield United had to cancel. This is a young, brilliant guy coming up. You know, we are not talking about, with all due respect, I'm not talking about the National Assembly of Nigeria, who are dragging their foot on everything. You know, since I came into this country, laws has been amended to suit the present dynamics. There was already a law in place, but that Sunday night, by the Monday morning, they had to look into the laws to give power to the police to do more. They had to amend it and had to pass it. Within 24 hours, they amended the law. You know, who is Kanu? Who is Nnamdi Kanu? Is he more important than the son of Margaret Thatcher that was jailed in Equatorial Guinea? Do that person know who Margaret Thatcher is? You're talking about the son of a former prime minister committed a crime and has to go in for it.
Oh, I was sharing a wrong link. Yeah, I was sharing a wrong link. Sorry, guys. I was sharing the link to the article I read. So, let me not drag the video. I want to read this article again because I feel like, you know, it just comes back to what we are saying. Like, you feel like because whatever you think you want to a new country, and that new country, somebody that is a non-state actor will not be the one that will all of a sudden go and bring a new country for you. Like, our people, they form my hand, honestly. Like, so I want to read this place again because I feel like it is so I don't know how to say it, like, you know, like it just kind of summarizes what we are saying. You say Fulani, lo and behold, when they look, now you then see Onyi Igbo buying your own brothers and your sisters in the name of your life. He said, I am still waiting for a rational explanation of how the right to self-determination became the right to insult other people and culture.
How many Blessedom? I'm coming back.
Okay. Say, I am still waiting to learn when it became acceptable for bigotry to be the foundation of building a sustainable and successful society in the 21st century. I am still waiting to know why this inflammatory and senseless rhetoric has been allowed to fester and even acquiesced to by putative Biafrans, including so-called leaders and elders, who have been falling over themselves to be photographed with Nnamdi Kanu. The Biafra that you are gestating in the premises is built on lie, or rather on many lies. Are you seeing it? So this Biafra that you people are crying and jumping up and down like frog is built on a lie. In fact, on many lies. One of that lie is that of ethnic homogeneity, and is the alchemy for that is ethnic homogeneity is the alchemy for successful nation building. That is a big fat lie, you know, because they are using they are, if you can use Somalia and Eritrea to testify, you know, they will be telling you that they want a homogeneous Igbo society, but they will lump other ethnicity that don't speak Igbo. Everything they are doing is built on lie. So you have to explain how, you know, how do you explain that IPOB and Radio Biafra have seen it fit to spew forth vile abuse of Nigeria and other ethnic groups in the country, especially that mysterious collective known as Hausa Fulani? All of a sudden, you people made Hausa Fulani the ninja. And it was okay to spew anything you like against Fulani. But today, the Fulani have been vindicated in Igbo land because governor of Anambra have said it. You are the one. We are seeing what is going on in Igbo land. You are the one. When Ojo Okalo was shown the love of Umubingo, he came out and was like, they should come out from the bush. Why? Because he knows it is them. They are the one inside those places.
Absolutely. Blessedom, I don't know if you permit me to do this. Now, I don't know if you, am I permitted? This
I
is my
don't know what
passport, right?
you don't. You
Now,
don't have to.
I'm
You don't
coming.
have to be that.
Whoever is saying that, now there's what they call the register of British nationals.
Mm.
These are people who acquire their citizenship through naturalization. It could be of
Okay.
different routes, right?
Yeah.
First, before you get to this point, you do your naturalization, there are conditions you have to fulfill. And there's a form you have to fill. And there are sections you have to, tick to abide by the British public value system.
Mm.
If I get into trouble now, there are different laws stipulating. First, they have to look at the laws. If I broke any of them, there are warrants of, retrieving or taking back, they will do it without wasting of time.
Yeah.
Without wasting of time, they will do it. So one thing most of them need to go and ask, did he break the British law?
Okay.
If he didn't break the British law, why was he running from submitting himself to the law to go through the process? UTM4 went and answered for his own, I'm saying this on camera. He went and answered his own, and he washed his hands off everything. And when most of them say these things, do they think the authorities are not in possession of his broadcast? Or do they think the Home Office, they are that daft? They don't know who they are dealing with.
Yeah.
The thing is, they can't try him in vacuum or in his absence.
And then on the other hand, you cannot predict what the Nigerian government can do. After all, Ojukwu, after everything, he came back, he became a hero, he became a honorable citizen and a statesman, So you cannot predict what Nigerian government is going to do about him. It's possible they will release him and he will come back to contest for the governorship of Abia State.
That is it.
Yeah?
Probably.
That's the worst that can happen. But or
Probably.
he will become your god and you will have opportunity to worship him. Maybe by that time you will not build a shrine for him. So you can bow down your head very well. As the head no dey gree you carry am straight. You go dey put am for ground in the presence of your misleader.
Now,
you understand?
For most of them still, in having the head in the cloud, let them go and look at the British girls, not just women, but there are about 3 that they refuse to enter back into the UK. The government led them through the judicial process, and they said, no, you broke our law. At the end of the day, they don't care. I wouldn't say they don't care. She broke the law. Simple.
Yeah.
Despite she was born here.
Yeah.
But what does the law say? If both parents,
yeah,
or either parents are not pure British Caucasian, not even, in fact, if it's on record that your father migrated, so long he's not, you don't understand the word British Caucasian, that means a woo indigenous, a woo afro. Most of us here were just, at the end of the day, they need to wake up. What we need is a system that works. Yeah. Now, is it okay? Look at people from Abia State. Now, is it tomorrow we'll say the Fulanis are doing us this, doing us that? Only 2015 to 2022, Abia State has gotten over 1 trillion naira into her coffers. Can we go to Abia State and it looks like a state that has such money in their coffers? The answer is no. If we are to make public the both treasuries of Ebonyi State and Abia State, we'll be shocked that probably Abia State has gotten more than Ebonyi. But look at where Devuma is taking the state to. Look at Cross River State. Do they have to wait for Biafra to come or whatever? At the end of the day, people need to wake up.
Yeah.
What we're saying is simple. Do not endanger your immediate environment.
Yeah.
Do not endanger the next generation.
Yeah.
Give people a chance. There is this boy from Ebonyi State, if I'm not mistaken, or I think Enugu State. He's in America today doing his master's in mathematics. I think he's even gone up to the level of PhD. Okay. Was it not on social media that somebody posted his picture? He was farming. He had a first class.
I remember that guy. Yeah.
Look where he is. Now we'll talk about Emma Agwali. Was Emma Agwali born in America? No. Even the philanthropist from Anambra State that built a hospital. He was born in Anambra, schooled in Anambra, to not, I mean, we should not allow this group of sadists to kill dreams of the next generation, for goodness sake. I don't want to even talk about footballers. Now, when you go to Nnekede, most, I don't now Kelechi, Ihanacho, most of them, they're from that community. They never had it easy. They had to, I mean, for good, what I'm saying is simple. Life is.
Ijele is finally here. Hello, Ijele, I sight you. Hey, good evening, Ijele.
Good evening,
welcome. Let me just read the comment that our sister wrote. He said, before it was Fulani, DDS, DDO, DSS, police, now Ebubago, even much so dead body inside mortuary join self. Make a bury within 3 days because dead body when they inside mortuary now they prevent the beer fraud. Last, we don't see say na them.
Vindication time. Vindication. You know, today I went to somewhere this evening. I purposely went there to confront some people because there are all these people that please, first off, let me greet everybody in the comment section. I see all you guys, our sister Dorothy, Olitio Sumoke, I greet all of you. My brother Meka Oje. I see what you are doing to that Iwalika. Please, I would not want to call him Iwalika because they saw him higher. I don't mind anything. Where the higher you Iwalika, Medici kangaroo. Number one mango, it on all you to appear. Oh, this year. My sister, I went there this evening just to confront those people. There was what he didn't want to have the conversation. I pushed it to him like 2 good times. They are not ashamed of themselves. All these people, I asked them, what would you benefit from accusing other people falsely? False accusation, something you know that is false. This is not real. And you are telling me that it's for politics. For politics, just because this is what they told me, like what they told me in my ear when they were trying to get me to lay off Nnamdi. I told them I'm not going. You see this son of Elotif. He said Elohim sent him. Okay, why would mortal beings be sitting at home because the son of Elohim is in jail? Why don't Elotif go and save him? You see, this guy was not sent by any Elo. He is just an Elo thief.
He's sent by himself.
Sent by himself. To cut
no Elo. There is no Elo. There only himself send himself.
He's Elo thief. Elo thief. That is what he is. Complete fraud. They were telling me, don't you know that amnesty program? Do you know the money they gave Niger Delta? I said, because of that, you are going to turn your place to what you are doing there now, which you are not allowed to mention.
Like, look at the way they buy the people in such a way that is, when you want to imagine their last moment, it's terrible because of money they give. When Niger Delta did their own, when Boko Haram was doing their own, and when this, like, I don't know. These
guys are all a bunch of evil people. These guys are evil, and that is why your land is the way it is. At least Soludo, he is, he loves saying something half. He didn't go further by mentioning the names of the people that are their coordinators here in Nigeria. Why don't we start with them? These ones that are saying Nnamdi, please, Nnamdi was a British citizen. Nnamdi was underlined
on was. So if you I get them before no be proper.
That's fair.
That is what it means.
Underline that verb. Underline that verb.
Let me just, it's most of them, because people that knows the truth don't want to speak the truth. Nigerian doctors, they've been stripped of the register just for negligence in the NHS. Like I said earlier on, Euro 2012, Euro 2022 finals was played on a Sunday. By Monday, they amended the laws. Because of what? 3 players, black origin, missed penalties. They were heavily racially abused on social media, moreover Twitter. They amended the laws. They didn't have to wait for the next 2 weeks. Within 24 hours, the British law was amended. When this Syria thing was going on, it was, still hot potato. When they knew that most of, the sympathizers were crossing over, they didn't have to wait for them to come back. The parliament amended the laws. Simple that whoever that is there, if
not
if either parents or both parents are not pure white Caucasians, you can't step your foot back on the field. Did that not happen? It happened. And when they try to they try to prime their own Yendufu as a more superior citizen than every other citizens. Under the British law, we are both, in the public register of British national citizens through naturalization. I have the same right as him. In fact, under the law, my son that is born here has more rights than me as a citizen.
Even under the same breath, they are still saying British people, you colonize us. Oh, British people, British Queen Elizabeth, you colonize us. You fought Nigerian war against Biafra. On the other hand, he's a British citizen. Which one is it?
Which one is it?
They need to walk down. At the end of the day, everybody that is a citizen is careful. In fact, this is not even now. If a citizen commits any crime and he's been sentenced to jail more than 3 years, as he's coming back, he's losing his passport. This is British law.
Now, and again, what value is it going to be? He's not going to be employable. Nobody will give him work.
My sister, let's not go far. Let me tell you. I saw that question, but let me drop this thing. Let's not go far. This year, they changed that rule again.
Okay.
I don't want to say certain things because all those ones that went to Syria, British intelligence even facilitated that. So they know all of them. The moment they went there and they know that when they come back, it's going to raise problem, every passport. Now, they even changed it this year. I think it was in February or March. Passed it into law. Britain doesn't have a written constitution.
Yeah.
The way they are aware that changes, the way they can change anything at any time.
Yeah.
Now they pass it into law that they have the rights. It's their prerogative to turn off the passport of anybody. Anybody. Even without informing you. Now they are not even under any obligation to inform you. So you can leave Britain as a British citizen and hang wherever you are. You will not come back as a British citizen. No.
Yeah, and even that young girl was is it in Beirut? She was applying.
Syria.
That young girl, Syria, she was a teenager. So they are even arguing on the point that she was underage, blah blah. But they say, but she don't grow. She's not be underage again. She's now an adult.
Even if the one from Sweden, one gave back there, I think she has 2 kids. There's the other one from Germany. My sister, that is asking where Master Profit is. Business don't spoil. Enough. Business knock. Everybody don't go firework. Very soon, that sack of beans where you keep there, they too go still fight. They go still fight because na liability. Why would you be with such a woman when the thing that took you there is no longer there? It's no longer there. Just watch the other day. Didn't I still have their Zoom meeting in the UK? Imagine IPOB, the entire UK could not raise £15,000. The entire IPOB UK.
There's hardship now. The economy is down. Apart from that, they are contributing money to go and fight Nigeria.
No, because they have not seen where they took the one they paid. And many of them, this thing Soludo just said is just what many people have been mumbling in secret. If you notice, as he said it, even bingos, no one was even pushing back because even their family members know they are the ones doing it. Chinas and Wewu, there is a reason he's on Twitter now, tagging everybody, tagging UN, even Russia. I'm telling you, go there. That also he took, but he took the photo of this day Buabuai and the other Buabuai again for this thing. The other Agidingbi, where happened that time. They took the picture. He took the photo.
Ijele, where is the resident? Kuwait. Is Kuwait not a Muslim country?
Okay.
He's even answering. His name is Mohammed Abbas.
Abbas.
Is it? It is time. Problem is this. I only fault the system in Nigeria because most of these guys who fell into their trap, they don't have any form of education at all.
So no, don't say that. There are doctors, medical lawyers.
I the foot soldiers in the bush. Because if they have education, at least up to that, you see, there's one reason. When I came to this country, there's one reason why they put people through essays. You know, they call it critical thinking, which is missing in Nigerian curriculum. If those guys can even think 40% or their brain cells is working, they'll begin to wake up and they ask themselves, this person is telling us that this religion hates us, but where is he located? In a country that is purely, I mean, will he be in Kuwait and not live by their own rules? That is the question.
My brother, see the thing we are missing here. See what we are missing. Nnamdi now that sets everywhere ablaze. Did these people ask themselves now, what should Ndibo as a people that maintain law, that pride themselves as people that have a functional system? Remember everything the Fulani have been doing, all the herdsmen that are coming to invade and steal your land, even when they have more, they've not even occupied in their place. Every crime they told you they committed. Now, the reality is totally different. It is a total 180 turn. Now, you agree that all those Fulani events are terrible, right? Okay, now it's not Fulani. See the people. What are we supposed to do to these people? Let me tell you, by now, rather than the Chinas and Wewu tagging Russia, in fact, I told him, tag God himself, tag God.
You know, before they used to call Twitter, go to Twitter, call.
I say, tag God. I went there, I comment with my real account now. I say, tag God. They are complaining, oh, what is happening also you talk. I said, this is the beginning. That age of blackmail is over. That is why what Soludo did is very important. You know, our people, most people are not independently minded. They believe in authority. Now, it's good it's coming from Soludo for those people, not for you and I already know the people doing this. Yeah. But those people that are looking towards authoritative figures, which they call quote that authoritative. Now, everyone has seen what is happening. What are we going to do to these people? Do you know in the days of our ancestors, by now, all of his family members will run away from Ali immediately.
But who even know his real identity?
Many people know him. I say we know everybody.
Okay.
My sister.
So, Ijele, before, sorry to cut you short. Our sister is asking, please, Ijele and Blessedom, may you explain more to know what exactly happened to Eko to market?
See what is happening in Eko to market. That Eko to market is their ground zero. It is where they are, and from there they ambush military, police, and everybody. Eko is the base, number one base. The only place more important to them than Eko to market is that valley where Ojukwu was hiding under when he was broadcasting, sending people's children to go and use their head and jam a more tank. Your land, which land? Where Ojukwu was hiding then, and I'm happy they are all of them. Engineer Michael, I'm mentioning names that people on the ground will know. Any bingo, any ESN, if he's listening, he knows how secretive that place I'm talking about is. And I'm telling you, this shawarma they are sharing people, this pampering they are getting in this northwest, they will pamper that area too. So in a total, total clean up. There is no innocent person in Osirito, I'm telling you. There is, apart from the aged people that can't move, every other person you see there is complicit. They are the ones benefiting from the local economy, which they have set up there. And it's built on buying people, dismembering their cars. Then all these Zar boys that are there, they will check you now. If you look fresh, if you look like Henry Timeze, English talking, you know that you are ending in the
Hey,
kitchen.
you remember that brother that they took this that was begging that if only he can talk to his wife.
Yes.
It was also said he was taken from that Ekoto to that.
Yes, that is the place now. That if you go to my Twitter handle now, that video you see there, yes, that is where that they took that man from. That place they own everywhere, patrolling. Let them go and patrol again. If you watch, the only shit that was making the video did not even show his face, and he doesn't want to show other people's faces. If you check them, some of them on the background were speaking with Abakaleke dialect. They are speaking Central Igbo with Abakaleke dialect. They are the one. Only Shiha Wusapele answerable to Benjamin Madubu. Why would Benjamin? These people are who we know. So Soludo should stop all this halfway truth. No. The one he did is good, but you have to go deeper. Do you want to solve this or not? Not coming to tell us that it has died down. It's a lie.
Is the Methodist prelate going to come out and own up the truth, or he will just keep quiet like that?
I don't know why they've not arrested that idiot. I don't know why they've not picked up that
what even got me when he was talking, the wife will be listening like this.
Even the wife was so ashamed.
Even the wife will be looking at it like this.
If you look at the facial expression,
you know, when
the wife knows he was
looking at it like this, not because the woman don't know this story, no joy. You done too much.
I'm sure they must have seen some things on his phone. So they will be blackmailing him with that and telling him to say that thing. Meanwhile, the money they are talking about, I have come in contact with someone who knows one of the contributors, and they've told me how much they gave. The man a thief.
If you want to even still use the opportunity, cash out, join.
My sister, please, I'll have to drop. My brother Henry Chimeze, my regards to your family.
Thank you so much.
Hey.